in 5, 4, 3, 2.
If a girl's pretty enough and she's a bum, there's a nigga out there that will save her. If she's pretty enough.
I want to start with you real quick. Why cheat if you're not guaranteed to get a nut? I want to know the answer.
Men and women operate differently. So with them operating differently, their values have to be different, no?
When y'all was doing all that, I felt like that FBI agent. I was like, man, get off my ears, bro.
I'm your little sister. We got the same mama.
So wait, your brother socked you in the eye and you and your boyfriend jumped him?
Oh, I hope y'all enjoy this cast. You know what?
Don't have sex.
Work on yourself.
You have sex, you will die. Straight up.
I ate before I came here, so let's get it back.
Told my bitch I'm cheating, but I'd rather be with you though. I know she went left and then you left, but hey, that's cool though.
Oh yeah, we definitely did. Alright. Even though I'm normally on that side.
Oh, we did get flipped. Wait,
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, we did. I flipped us. I get, yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, I like it like this.
Yeah. It at least shows like where we're actually at. So now when I point this way, I'm actually pointing like that. Well, either way. But yeah, y'all see what I said right here. What's up, y'all? This your boy Rue. Welcome back to another episode. Think About a Podcast.
Yes, sir, man. This episode got down 48, or actually episode 4 of Quick Reacts.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do like a little Q&A, guys. So, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all for tapping in with us, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the goddamn episode. You get what I'm saying? Hey, man, we trying to get paid. You get what I'm saying? And we just want to let y'all, we want to know for a fact that, you know, y'all liking what y'all seeing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You said go to sleep. We up all night, man. We up all night. You know. But yeah, no, we appreciate you for tapping in, man. We're gonna talk about some things today. Actually, let's start it off. Let's break it off. Let's get into Bronny.
All right. Okay. So you know, he played up against the Miami Heat.
Let me say one thing. Hey, J-Day, we appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? You be tapping in with us. Day one supporter. You know what I'm saying? You always liking our shit. You always commenting. You know what I'm saying? We owe you some tacos, man. And you better come to the throwback party we throw. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you, gang. Appreciate you, man. Go ahead, Coles.
All right. So Miami Heat going up against Bronny James. This is what he's Miami. Yeah. Anyways, this is what Bronny had against Bronny. Bronny had against Bronny. Oh my goodness. Bronny had against Miami Heat. 3 points, 1 for 3.
I ain't gonna lie. It kind of looked like we're going in slow motion. I think it's because you're on that.
That's fine.
For us to go slow motion?
Well, I was just reading it off.
Let's make it. Let's go super slow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, are we back to normal? It looks like we kind of still slow. Is it the Wi-Fi?
No, it's not. Hold on. Let me just look it up on here then. Bronny James stats against the Miami Heat. It was, where was it? 3 points, field goal, 1 for 3, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 2 turnovers, and 2 fouls.
Game changer.
Definitely.
I ain't gonna lie, this is moving like super slow. We having like some technical. Oh, there we go. Is it slow on your end? Whoever watching this? He told us to go to sleep, man. It's 10:19, man. Oh, and I can post. Oh yeah, and I can share this. Let me share this too. What we added.
Yep.
Oh yeah, was he hearing that thing in the background too?
What thing?
That was what you doing with the mics right now?
Oh no, I'm just doing this because I can't hear anything anymore. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. I was hearing something in the mics, but I don't hear it no more though. It was like a staticky. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone now though. Copy link.
Oh, there he goes again. I don't get it.
Do we gotta cut the live and restart?
I don't think so. Nope, I figured out what it was. All right. But yeah, y'all heard the stat line. What do y'all think about that performance? You know?
Yeah, man. I want you to really deep dive first. I want you, or I can go first. Yeah, okay. Goddamn, honestly, yeah. Bronny, we pretty much all knew this was gonna happen. You know, too much attention on the second round draft pick, and we get it. He LeBron's son, but you know he's averaging what he averaged in college. I ain't gonna lie, the steals and the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he might just be a defensive player. There's nothing wrong with that. Kawhi was like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Definitely.
so I won't fault him at that. But as far as like being, if he can implement rebounds and assists at least into his game, get them numbers up, and don't even worry about really scoring, I can't be mad at that, you know. But just going off what I'm saying, like as far as like being an offensive weapon, it's not happening for him, you know.
As of right now, at least, and to even further that point, you know, field goal percentage from his first game against the Jazz, that one was even 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 0 blocks or turnovers on 2 for 9, and 0 for 3 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
2 for 9 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, and then 0 for 2 on free throws.
That was his last game?
No, that was his. That was the first game against the Jazz.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
So I'm just saying both games off just to give context to like how I was saying.
Yeah.
They was gonna put him in the Alex Caruso role, and that's pretty much what he been doing.
Yeah.
You know, I will say though, you know, it is a good thing for him that at least. You know, because you could sit there and say as much as you want, you know, it's better off for him to play another year in college.
Mm-hmm.
Because pretty much all I would think playing another year in college would do for him is to just higher his draft stock.
Mm-hmm.
But if this is somewhere he wanted to go, you know, to the Los Angeles Lakers or anywhere in California for that matter, or on the West, right?
Well, I was just going off reports. They were saying, you can't see the brush. Okay, cool. Just going off with the reports, he was saying he as long as he gets drafted somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But we both know he wouldn't have got drafted if it wasn't for his dad. You know, it was, you know, and the counter to that is a lot of people be like, oh, well, look at the other second round picks they drafted. They didn't do nothing. So why is it a problem with, like, it's just like, it's not so much that that's a problem. It's just more so like, because Bronny, his own teammate, went undrafted. I would have been okay if he would have got undrafted. You know what I'm saying? He's a good defensive player. I'll give Bronny that, you know. But I just think that, I don't know. Like, they I don't know, man. It's tricky.
My only thing that is though, and I understand, you know, you would rather him go undrafted, But I'm be honest with you, right? I think it would have been like better off for him to get the 55th pick, only because he has like a smidget of expectations, not upside.
Yeah.
Because upside that don't really matter really when you're a late second round draft pick. They're more than likely drafting you for one of three reasons, and we've seen it happen with them, right? It's either you have the ideal body type,
Right.
for the NBA, whatever position that you're at.
Which he doesn't.
Mm-hmm. You have someone who is immensely talented, but like has like a lot of injury issues.
Right.
So you're gonna like just throw like a second rounder as like a fly pick. Like, okay, if he don't pan out, it's not like I burnt. For instance, if we were the Lakers, I didn't burn the 17th pick.
Yeah.
On Bronny or on somebody of that magnitude. And then the third thing is for a potential like nepotism type reason or whatever.
And that for sure happened.
Yeah. Which again, I don't find that to be a problem at all. I honestly, I don't like it for him that he's getting a lot of like coverage, attention, and don't get me wrong, we're not doing any better because we're giving him attention too on it. But me personally, I'm still just trying to find the upside in his game, and honestly, I'm telling you right now, he's gonna try his best to be a Pat Bev / Alex Caruso, but actually drafted pretty much. Yeah. That's pretty much what he's gonna be, more or less like Patrick Beverly.
Right.
For sure.
Unless he gets his handles up or something, like, but he definitely gonna have to work though, for sure. Like, and that's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with being a defensive player. It's not, like that defense, like that. That's one of the reasons why. Damn, what team was it?
Why Dallas didn't win? Why the Pacers didn't win?
Yep, Pacers,
they both didn't have enough defense to really outweigh how much offense they had, because both of them, they were very high
scoring
offensive. Yeah, they can score with the best of them.
130, 120, 130, like.
But if they can't stop nobody, then what's to say the opposing team is going to put up 140 or 120 to their 110 or 120 or whatever the case may be?
Yeah, and you don't even want to be in a shootout anyways, too.
Nah, you would always rather be able to like, be more in the Celtics role, how they had their offensive players, they had their defensive players, but their defensive players can also turn into offensive players whenever needed be. Mm-hmm. Those are like the best teams, and that's the reason why the Boston Celtics ended up winning. But like I was saying, back to the whole Bronny thing, I think for his potential, it was better off for him to get drafted. Or picked up, even if he was undrafted, right? In any way, shape, form. I think personally, he would do better in one of those, you would call it like, what is that? Pressure makes diamonds, or they bust pipes. Yeah. That type of deal. Yeah. Than him staying in college and him getting more and more used to college defenses and college athletes than him getting more used to NBA defenses and NBA athletes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying for sure. My only caveat to that, though, because with the NFL, like, you can't come out of high school, just play 1 year, and then go to the NFL. It's not possible. It's just you have to have a NFL, a grown man body, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Some, like, maybe receiver, you can go in there 160, 150, but you gotta have the armor to protect yourself when you're playing, NFL football, as opposed to college and in high school. College basketball.
I hear you, yeah.
High school basketball, they only do 6 months of college and they take the ass to the NBA. Some of them don't even go to college. They do the G League and then go, or Howard just did multiple routes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be an 18-year-old and, you know what I'm saying, be raw, like, so it's like you don't really have to grow into your grown man body to, you get what I'm saying? You can be a stick pretty much, and as long as you know how to dribble, and you know, if you're tall enough, and if
you got a good enough footwork
Yeah.
or potential to have that too. Yeah.
You know, so but NBA and college defenses are different though. It's completely, and the physicality is a lot different too.
And then even the mentalities of the coaches too. That's also different as well. Like they're starting to get more hand in hand now.
Yeah.
With how they're you know how certain sets are, because like they're like now NBA coaches are just literally like watching over what they do.
Yep.
And if they're a high enough draft pick and they don't have like a crazy structure, like let's say for instance, right, if Wemby went to college, right, and let's say he went to like Kentucky or something like that, some
Big
really
school,
some really big school or whatever, the Spurs still get the #1 draft pick. Instead of them watching France ball, which either way they're going to watch and see how to properly utilize the player, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is like they see the plays being utilized, and if they have people that fit in said play,
right,
they can like put them in that same position and like mimic a play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like it's in a sense like how you can do. Well, I can't even say in a sense. It's really the same way with like the NFL. Really, like they see, oh yeah, he works really well. Let's say he works really well as like a hybrid corner safety or like a hybrid receiver running back.
Right.
And that's how you're supposed
Deebo
to like
Samuel, like a Deebo Samuel type of, you know what I'm saying? And then Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
You know, just a
Christian
player like that. You can be utilized different. Travis Hunter, well, he's more defense than offense.
Yeah, but like I said, it's still hybrid.
Yeah.
Like where they can get moved around more. I
that
was gonna say like Tyrann Mathieu.
Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah, yeah.
Even Pat Peterson, Patrick Peterson.
Yeah. He wasn't really a safety, but he was moving from like I call it outside corner and then like slot corner.
I even give it to Jalen Ramsey. I think he could do both. You know?
Yeah. And I mean, if they're not gonna do this.
Yeah,
but if they had enough good corners, I am pretty sure he would be even better safety. But because he's so needed at corner at this particular moment
on the dog,
he just has to play that position.
And that's crazy because in high school, me and you both played corner and safety. They had you playing everything. I was just more a linebacker. They had this man playing everything. D-line, tried to have him play O-line at a point in time.
Yeah, I definitely did not agree to that at all.
Right, quarterback, goddamn receiver. He was actually cold at receiver because he had the height, man. He had the height, so he could body a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot.
Defensive end, you get what I'm saying? Linebacker.
Linebacker. I did play corner here and there, but they just noticed how, I don't know, more run stopper and then going into the pass and all that. Yeah. But that's why they were like, oh, play safety. And I was like, no, I want to play like closer to the line of scrimmage. They're like, all right, cool.
And
do that.
I didn't believe him. Because I never seen him play football. He didn't really see me play football. So I'm like, hey, okay, you say you good. Like, we going to see you. Boy, was that practice hell. Because it's like me and him, we kept, like, we was just always going to, like, we always just get each other. Because I had play linebacker or nickel or safety or corner. You know, I was always a DB. And I was like aggressive. I know how to use my hands real good. You know what I'm saying? And I was never scared of contact. So, we just always be going up against. It was one practice I remember. The coach was like, "Bro, why can't nobody block these two niggas except for each other?" Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, "Dang, like that's real." Because it's just it just that's why I'm like, "Dang."
And the funniest part about it is, before we ever stepped foot on the football field like that, we never, not once, ever went against each other.
Yeah, we didn't.
Like when it comes to football at all.
Yeah, you're right.
We were normally we're either on the same team or you were guarding somebody else on defense, and same here on my end.
Yeah,
you know,
which is crazy. Like I don't know, and we always iron sharpen iron, man. So we always made each other better. You get what I'm saying? Like even you know, Dad, I used to hate certain stuff, but I'm like, it made sense though, because you know what I'm saying. you're playing against a smaller, faster, but aggressive player, and a taller, bigger. So you gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? So it just all made sense, man. And not smaller as I'm hella small, but high school I was maybe 5'7", got down 130 or something. I'm like 5'10" now, probably like 165, 170. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I definitely Bronny, like, I don't know, time will tell. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
And that's why I was saying though, like, it's way better for him to not have to worry about school. Don't get me wrong, he probably still can do school on the side. Don't get me wrong at all. Like, he can do an online class. Yeah. Whenever the heck he want, really. He can do them after practice. For sure. For all that matters. For all of that. Right. Or whatever. Right. But because he's out of school, he doesn't have to worry about, dang, I need to keep a certain GPA for sure in order to keep playing the game that I love. I can just go and play and put all my effort into said thing. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I was saying, like, I'm not saying that the NBA staff and their trainers and all that are, like, immensely better. Maybe they have things that the college don't know or whatever. Right. But at the same time, it's just a simple matter of the fact. It's a simple fact of the matter. I don't know why I said that backwards. That in the NBA, you can wake up at 6, go straight to practice at 7, and you could still get beat to practice. Right. In most cases, in college, the only way that would happen is if a said person didn't have class that day.
Are you chilling?
And he's like, why not? Why not go to the gym? It's open anyways. Why not? Right. Versus, I get paid to do this.
For sure.
Like, NIL deals, don't get me wrong, you still technically getting paid for it, but it's different when you're getting.
Not every player though.
I understand that, but I'm just saying. Right. Yeah. NIL deals plus got to do school stuff versus guaranteed contract, because that's what NBA gives for the most part. Sometimes you can have those partial, like half guaranteed contracts or whatever. But for the most part, everybody getting a fully guaranteed contract in the NBA. So now it's sun up to sundown. What are you gonna do with the money that I gave you? That's what the NBA GMs and owners and all that are thinking when they look at said player. For sure. They can have all the trainers in the world, right, working to try to get so and so better. But are you Ben Simmons, or are you? I'll say, or are you Giannis?
Yeah, you don't want to be Ben Simmons. That's all I'm gonna say. You don't want to be Ben Simmons, man.
And I only say that because those two are literally the same player. Right. One has more point guard capabilities than the other. Ben Simmons has way more point guard capabilities than Giannis. Let's just be honest. Right. Right. But one has way more of their own set of work ethicness to where they're going to be good. Great. They don't care about. Hold on, I'm not talking about Giannis yet. Hold on. Okay. They're going to be good. They're just going to do whatever it takes to get the next contract. That's Ben Simmons. Right. Now you have someone who doesn't care about all that. Oh, I'm just going to be good. No, I'm going to try to be the best player in the world. Right. And when he came into the league, he definitely, nobody thought, not even me.
And you're a Bucks fan.
Mm-hmm, right. Thought that he was going to get that good. Right. I thought, he could be, like, in the top 20, which technically he still is, but he's way higher up. He's more like top 5, top 10-ish in the league easily, right? Sure. Depending on who you're asking, he could fluctuate through any part of it. I'm not delusional to say he's the best player in the world. That's not true. But either way, and that's why one of the reasons why, even though you thought of bringing this up, I thought this was a good idea to bring up. Well, you bringing up the topic, it's good to kind of segue all of what we were just saying into basically saying it's great to know someone to get in said position, But it's pretty much after you're in said position, what are you gonna do with your ethic, your work ethic, at least? What are you gonna do to keep elevating to make that player or person that puts you in said role not look bad, basically?
Right. Yeah, because anything like that's what makes this bad too, though. Because like LeBron he did his shit. Like we gotta give kudos to where it deserved at.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron, right, as a father, Deion Sanders as a father, and goddamn LeVar Ball as a father. They're just bro. This like you can't do nothing but tip your hat to them guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting one kid to the league is damn near impossible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Getting multiple is just like, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny too, because you got 2 Hall of Famers for sure. LeVar was terrible in college. It is what it is. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not even going to talk about that. Just great father. He did everything that he could. He made enough money to be able to put his kids in the best positions
To win.
Definitely. And then on top of that, he made enough money to where he could even be looked at to potentially even get on to like a ESPN or First Take or whatever the case may be, to be able to then
It's just building a brand.
Yeah, but you know what I mean though? It's like it's one thing when you're building your brand and you're literally like, for instance, if we're talking YouTube terms, if you're building your brand from subscriber 0 versus you start building your brand at subscriber 10,000.
Right.
There's a lot of discrepancy between the two.
For sure.
Like you got a lot more to climb. Of course, if you're at 0, then if you're
0 to 10, yeah, for sure.
Because
that's the struggle period, honestly.
Exactly.
From 0 to 1,000, that is just
that is a real struggle area, honestly.
you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we are right now. But it's crazy because our views are there though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, how you was talking about LeVar,
Because like I was saying, like he had enough financial work ethic, at least,
right,
to be able to, like I was saying, he was able to have meet his wife. I think they're still together. His wife.
They are,
right. He was able to meet his wife. Then as a father, he had enough work ethic in that area to be able to foster a great and non forcing relationship with his kids on doing sports, basically.
Right.
So in that aspect, he was able to push his kids, and he knew his kids wanted to do it. It wasn't one of those things where, no, you have to do said thing. Now, don't get me wrong, he may have put his kids in the different sports, seen whichever one they liked the most, and then went from there.
Right.
But it was just one of those things where, and I only say that because like you have to introduce something to someone one way or the other for them to even want to do said thing. Right. Either have them play it or have them watch it.
Right.
That's literally the two ways that you can have said player, said kid, said adult do anything in life, really.
Okay, I will say this. I do think we've been on sports for a while. My last point to this, and we can get into that one thing.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I that's why I was trying to flip it to like the fatherhood side of it now.
Right.
Because we got off of the sports stuff.
Yeah.
And then you brought up like how Bron, LeVar, and Deion, how great of like fathers they've been to be able to like foster enough like skill and like talent in their kids.
Right.
So like I'm on that part now.
Right.
So
just,
like I know you want to get to the next part, but yeah, I was just finish on that part.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, goddamn, really they like I said, you can't do nothing but tip their hat off to them, man. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know. It's just like society don't talk about the thing is they're trying to demonize how they're getting their kids to the damn league.
Mm-hmm.
But just because it's different.
Mm-hmm.
like anything that's new. They're gonna try to demonize. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you're a black man too. Oh, what? He's a black man and he actually does for his kids.
Mm-hmm.
There's like they don't fit the stereotype. It's just like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you mad at a man for the like I said earlier? I'm not that mad at the whole second round pick shit with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, it's.
It would have just been egregious if it was a first round pick. That would have been egregious.
Some people were saying the Mavericks was gonna get him. You know what I'm saying? But
that
yeah, damn, we get into sports again. All right, so no, we do gotta Or did you have anything else to say about this topic?
No, I was just talking about the fatherhood part, like just like how they just went against all the odds because they pretty much said like, you know, you can't do like, you know, fathers really can't be, well, really don't be, so why should you be in, you know, in your kid's life, basically, right. Which is a crazy statement, truthfully.
That's out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And I will honestly say this too, and maybe this will just be last point on all of this, really. Mm-hmm. You know, from what you were saying, like, you know, anything new, they demonize, stuff of that matter. They did that when it came to YouTube. They did that when it came to Facebook when it first came out, when Instagram first came out. Because all of the stuff was new. Like, all of that was, you know. Even when Twitter came out, it was like, what the heck is going on over there? Well, now they're just all, well, I ain't going to say all. It's a lot of degenerates over there for real. Reddit right. Too. It's a lot of crazy stuff over there too. But it's just like, it's new stuff. A lot of people would just like to, I ain't even going to say fit in, but just their schedule is this. It's going to keep going as that. They don't like too many shakeups in said schedule, basically. Right. And with how LeVar was doing his talk about his kids, not gonna lie, like how I was saying, I don't know if I said this on air or off air, I would have took more of the humbler route, maybe because I would have took the more like, oh, you'll see route. They wouldn't have like touted the kids as that or tried to go at them so hard just because like, oh, their dad's not talking crazy about them, you know. So maybe they still would have done. I know they still would have done good. Don't get me wrong. They just wouldn't have had like the crazy dad pushing behind them. But last thing that I will say is, you call it crazy, I call it innovative.
Different. It's just different, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's different don't make it wrong. Mm-hmm. But you know, we got another little, you know, short little clip for y'all to enjoy with us.
Yep. And it's going to be, what the heck is going on here? All right.
Hey man, we greatly appreciate y'all for tapping in with us, man.
Definitely. All right, there we go. All right, boom.
Y'all better, if y'all watch, y'all better start commenting, man. Start commenting. Oh yeah, dang, it just.
That's funny. All right, there we go. 2 hours later.
2 hours later.
And it was all loaded up too. I could have just clicked it and it would have just played. But now, because I accidentally clicked off of it.
Dang.
Yep. There it is.
Yeah.
The one that was in theater? What?
Can I ask you a question though?
What?
Why don't you touch me anymore?
Why don't I touch you?
Yeah.
Bro, in all relationships, like after a couple years, like it's just not really it anymore. Like.
What do you mean it's not really it?
I'm just not that attracted to you as I once was. Like it's just kind of how it goes.
It's only been like a couple of years though.
So? Babe, like I don't know. I just see like other girls and I just think like, what if, you know? And touching you just kind of feels like.
So you just think about other girls?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like
that's
something
literally
new.
what you just said, though.
I'm saying like something new would be a little bit like, cause you were new at one point. Now you're just kind of busted, so it's like whatever.
How am I busted? I look the same.
I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just like.
That's mean.
I don't know what you're asking me.
Okay, like what changed then for you?
honestly just like looking at you more and more. Just I get so used to it. It's just like mid, you know.
So you think just after looking at me for so long, you're like sick of it?
Yeah,
then?
I just think it gets old.
Hmm.
It's like you can only look at an egg so much, you know.
It's not my fault. My head's big.
Well, it's alright. I still love you. I just don't really want to touch you anymore.
Okay.
Just go sit in the corner. You're honestly like, I don't know why you think you're something. You're really not shit.
Please don't play that again. Hold on. Let me just. Some bull crap every time, huh? What is this?
Yeah.
The one that was in theater? Why?
Can I?
Nope.
While he gets that situated, okay, so, yeah,
That was terrible.
yeah, well, actually, damn, because I do want your insight first on this one. How you felt about that, man?
That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. Yeah, quit that. Get that out of here. All right, yeah. So, yeah, that was insane. I think that, what? Oh, my mic's off. Dang it. Anyways, just all types of technical. That was crazy. I really don't like, I get it, but it's like, dang. I don't know, just I feel like just leave then as the guy.
Right.
Just because like you sitting there thinking like, what if, go figure out the if you don't really like what you see no more, if it's that bad. Because other than that, honestly, like, you can be honest, which I'm glad he was able to be honest, truthfully.
Right.
Because shoot, that was the right thing to do. As harsh as it came out to be, it was the right thing to really do. Shoot. Honestly though, in her area, it should have just been one of two things though. It should have been one, what do you need me to change? Right. Did you feel such a way? Or two, dang, I think things are pretty much done then.
Right.
Because he literally rolled the ball in your court talking about some, yeah, that you don't look too good no more. I think I'm pretty much done with you for real. Like, I think about other girls for real. I don't even really think about you for real. Like, you? Ha, mid.
You know, you did call her mid. That was the saying.
Yeah, that's why I was just sitting there like, if y'all was really looking at me while I was like listening to that, I'm like, dang, just say it's over. Like, at that point, don't lock yourself down unless they're married. Which then at that point, then dang.
But see, okay, so this is where my point comes in at, because it's like, yeah, it's just more so like this, right? It's like women say they want a man to be upfront and honest with them. Mm-hmm. In that video, that man was upfront. He was honest. His delivery was a little fucked up, but he was giving them what most women ask for. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I seen a lot of, he's not shit and this is not. His delivery was terrible. I'm gonna be honest. There's a way you could have said that, definitely. And I'm usually a stickler of, you know, how you say something shouldn't really matter if the message, like if you pay attention to the theme of what you're overall trying to say. But yeah, no, that was a little, he killed her off. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah,
no, he like how Drake was like sitting there saying like, ooh, the red button. That brother said, ugh. Threw it on the ground and started stomping on the red button. It was that bad. Right. Because I was really sitting there like, dang, like those are the words? All right, okay. And that's how we're feeling today. Got it.
Right. Yeah, no, that was just tricky. But so yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's the difference between because basically how you gotta look at it is, he could have played his role, could have not said shit, and was feeling like that. And then she was like, oh, well, because I seen people saying, like, and you kind of said it too, he was like, oh, why not leave? And it's like, because he said you loved her. You know, and men, for the most part, don't leave relationships. Women do. It's literally 80% of all divorces are initiated by women. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Because men, we have that understanding in our nature that just because we want to go do something with this woman over here doesn't mean that we don't love you anymore. Or that we don't want to be with you anymore. You get what I'm saying? We don't, just because a girl has better coochie or this and that, we don't have that, oh, grass is greener on the other side mindset. Women have that a lot of the time, and they end up just like Lucille off of BMF. You get what I'm saying? So, ladies, I don't recommend you do that. You know, because a lot of time that grass don't be green. Your ass end up in a worse situation, honestly.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. He low key started alluding to the fact that he might have the grass is greener type thing when he was saying, like, thinking about, like, what if this or what if that.
Well, see, he said he wanted to go look at or talk to other girls. You get what I'm saying? Because I was paying deeply to what he was. You get what I'm saying? So. Mm-hmm. It was a fact of he was like, I don't know, he was just brutally honest. He was like, I love you, that's why I'm not going to leave you, you know. But I want to go do this with other. I want this with other women, and I want to go do this with other women. And then calling her, like, at that point he was kind of bashing her. I think they were doing that for camera or something, because there's no way you're still with that lady and there's just nothing that you see at all. That was a little weird to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and that's basically what I was alluding to. Like, when he was sitting there, it's one thing to say, you know, I really like how other women look. You are this level of my type. I was looking at women of this type. I want to go and adventure off in this type area. Mm-hmm. But to sit there and just look at her and do the whole you're mid, that's just like basically saying, like, and then on top of that, he said, go sit in the corner. Like,
yeah,
like,
I think that was like cameras. But yeah.
Yeah. Like, he was just like how you were saying, he was bashing, egging on, just beating the dead horse. Like, you already said it. You don't need to say it like 17.
You already crush gripped the girl. Star Wars reference. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no reason.
You don't need to after that keep using the force to just bow, and just keep throwing her on the floor afterwards.
Literally, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why I was saying, like, I think at that point, like, sometimes, and this goes out to it doesn't have to be this situation. This could be for friends, family, loved ones, like you can even say. But, like, if it's getting to the point where you're like, I don't even want to be in your presence anymore, but I still love you, though, I think unless you are married to said person, and then at that point you can do the whole separation thing, that's one thing. But if you're not married to said person, it's not cheaper to keep her at that point.
I will say this. Okay, say if, like, and maybe the older couples that is married, or just some couples that's been together 20, 30 years, like, can chime in on this if any of y'all is watching. But I just think that you're going to go through some rough years. They was only together 2 years, supposedly, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, when you're with somebody an extended amount of time, shit is not going to be all glitter, glam, and rainbows type shit, you know? So I think there could be a point. It don't always happen. Some people just completely be happy with struggles and all that, of course, too. But it's like, you know, there's some couples out there, they go through hell. Like, you get what I'm saying? It'd probably be going through hell 3-4 years. Because y'all been together 25 years, you get what I'm saying? But you, just because it's hell in them 4 years, you like, nah, I still love this person. I don't want to leave them. You know what I'm saying? Even though, or maybe you do want to, but you're not going to, because you know at the end of the day, this is your person. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think, I think people don't be happy in the moment. You get what I'm saying? 3 or 4 years, that's a lot. That's a minute of being unhappy with your person. It is. But you stick that 3 or 4 years out. Say you had a good first 10 years. You have a rough 4 years, and after that, you get past that rough 4, and you're going to have another great 10, 20, 30 years. You get what I'm saying? So it's just all about trying to be together I think back then, you know, they didn't really have that grass is greener mentality. It was more so, this is my person, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do. There is no us not working out type shit. We just going to make it work however way possible. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, like, except for marriage. Because, like, pretty much going into what you were saying, right? I was basically going to allude to when you're in marriage, we're talking about the vows here. We're not talking about the feelings part. The vows say until death do us part.
Right.
That's why I was saying maybe you add like a separation period or whatever. Maybe y'all whatever it takes to get y'all good again at that point.
Right.
That's what marriage is supposed to be. You have your up days, you have your down days, but hey, we gotta keep trying to pick the boat back up. We can't just sink and then keep on keeping on. You gotta always strive for the next day to try to at least pull the boat back up in the upwards trajectory by the end of the night.
For
basically,
sure.
Like in that aspect where you're not just on a complete and utter free fall. Like you gotta at least try to like, because if you can like coast here, this going like this. Way better than this, but of course not better than this.
Yeah. Everybody wants to take.
Yeah. Everybody wants, and this is the reason why divorces happen so much, like the 80-20, like how you say with the old women thing, right? They look at what the greener side is. Men do it too. That's why it's an 80-20 thing. But I'm just saying, in the sense of they look at that and. It's like how I was saying when it comes to social media, though, and all of this, like, keep up with the Joneses thing. The comparison life is a terrible life to live by. It is a terrible life because you can be doing 9 of the 10 things correctly. Someone who loves doing comparisons is going to harp on that 1 out of 10. They're going to love to. That's what it's going to seem like to you. They're going to love to harp on that one thing you're not doing correctly out of those other 10 things that you're doing perfectly to them.
Yep.
And that's the main issue with the comparison lives, with the, hey, look at me, my whole entire life is on IG or whatever social media platform you put your whole life on or whatnot. You're going to do comparisons if you allow that to happen, of course. And I'm not going to say one of you always will, but at a certain point, you might or she might. It's a 50-50 shot.
I think another, just to piggyback off what you're saying, I think another reason why women think the grass is greener on the other side is just for simply that they think they have a whole bunch of goddamn options, and they don't realize that. Okay, so it's like this, ladies, right? And I'm gonna give y'all some game. So, ladies, all them niggas that want you, that's in your inbox, trying to take you out, probably a lot of them got goddamn, they're on some freaky shit. You know what I'm saying? But for the ones that's not, y'all kind of confuse options type shit. You know what I'm saying? Most of them niggas that are in your inbox, the guys, dudes, whatever, right? Most of them guys that's in your inbox, they just want to smash you, man. You know what I'm saying? They're no dude in his right mind just sits there and like is on some thirsty shit with you and then just trying to I'll make you my queen or my wife, and they ain't even met you yet. It just that don't even make no goddamn sense, you know. So a lot of women be like, oh, I can have any dude I want. If that were true, you wouldn't be single. You get what I'm saying? Like, if that was really true, you would not be single. No woman just chooses to just be single just for the hell of it. That doesn't make no sense. That's like me saying, oh, I just jack off the porn but I can get any female I want. Like, that doesn't make no sense. You get what I'm saying? I confuse options. Those dudes that are on you and you're not replying back to them, you can't view them as options because you don't want them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want that person, how can you call that an option if you wouldn't even take them serious? The person that you actually want, probably wouldn't even take your ass serious.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And that's where the whole women thinking they're a trophy shit comes into play, and you know, which a lot of y'all are not. You know, you're only the trophy to niggas that want you. The nigga that you want, actually, he's a trophy. You get what I'm saying? But it's just different, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, they see all, like you just said, validation from social media and just, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they just think, oh, I have all these. And then on top of that, it's like, they'll even sit there and say, like, oh, well, because it's the whole being entitled to certain things. Like, oh, these type of dudes talk to me, or I can get access to these type of guys, so I deserve this. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Just because you can get in a nigga with money face does not mean that you deserve a dude with money and you're a bum female. Like, you know what I'm saying? A bum females can get saved, but, you know, you're a relatively average woman and you think you deserve a top tier guy. That just doesn't make no sense, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, definitely. And it's just one of those things where, and this is one of those things that you just got to take to heart, honestly, because I think personally, when it comes down to it, in a relationship, it's kind of like how I was talking about with the whole NBA draft thing. You know, kind of, it was like the segment thing. But it's like the contract lies when the marriage hits. Exactly. I know a lot of y'all love to just like, hey, y'all wrote down everything on the contract and y'all just love to like just tear it in half like it never even was there to begin with. Y'all love, you know, using the little lighter. That's why everybody likes the fire emoji nowadays.
Right.
Just to burn up the contract away, because honestly, that's just what it seems like nowadays. Really, like.
It's like, bro, it kills me though, because it's like it would literally be like a 30-year-old, 40-year-old woman going around saying I can have any dude I want, or I'm single right now because I want to be, and it's like nobody wants to be old as hell and single. Especially, I know as a woman you don't want to be. You don't want to have just hella kids and be by yourself, right? You don't want to just you don't. That's not what y'all. That should be a cope. It really do. Like, you know, and they'll be like, oh, what about for the guys? As a man, like, it's not the same, ladies. It's not. Like, you know, a 40-year-old man is not the same thing as a 40-year-old woman. A 40-year-old man, he can still have thousands of kids. A 40-year-old lady, y'all deserve more likes. We appreciate you, whoever that is. I appreciate you.
Yeah, shout out Diamond Simon.
Yeah, shout out you. But yeah, you know, so it's like we definitely, it's not the same, ladies. You get what I'm saying? So, as a woman, you know, y'all, like, should I be honest? Cause I could be blunt and cutthroat with it, but I'm not trying to, like, I'm actually I'm a ladies man, you get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just try to put it in the best light possible, cause for them. Ladies, because you have so much access to men, I just think that it shouldn't be that hard for you to be married, like, it shouldn't be that hard for you to be married by at least the age of 40. By at least the age of 35, because y'all deal, like, dudes come up to y'all. That requires no effort. You get what I'm saying? So because dudes come up to y'all have met thousands upon thousands upon thousands of guys, and you're trying to sit there, and you will sit there and tell me that, not one, you're single because you want to be, and then two, that you can have any dude you want, but you're single. Like, it just doesn't add up. Like, you probably ran along the road. You probably ran into, and this goes for guys too, actually, because you know, you probably ran into hundreds upon hundreds of dudes that were good viable options for your ass, and you just either friend zoned them, didn't take them serious, or had them and wanted something better. You get what I'm saying? So, and that's a big ass issue. You know.
Yeah, but all that really goes down to the whole social media thing, for real.
No, yeah.
Because, hey, if nobody had social media, one, we wouldn't be doing this right now, because social media wouldn't be a thing.
Right.
But two, social media, like I said, it's the comparison game. That's all it really comes down to me. Especially when you go to, like how I always harp on, when you go to places like, when you go to social medias like Instagram, really, that's I call that comparison central, honestly. But I will say this though, when it comes down to it, everybody at a certain point of time in life wants to be with somebody, men and women, no matter if the men say they want 10 women, or if the women say they want 10 men, or whatever. It don't matter. You want somebody around you.
Yeah, settle down with.
Exactly. At whatever point in time, it's going to come down to that time when you want to actually settle down. And sometimes y'all be waiting for way too late. Way too late.
And that's what it is.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you why, right? The reason why I know most of y'all wait until like the last minute is because I see a lot of either single motherhood, And that's an unfortunate situation because that's not always on the mother's fault, but at the same time it is because, you know, the it's either because single motherhood is out of two options really. One, because the guy played a role, you didn't see how the role was being played, and he dipped once the kid showed up. Or two, unfortunately, the significant other or baby father at that point passed away. I feel like at that point, the other point, dang, that ain't really on you, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the first option it is though, because it's like, dang, you got played, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, you know. And,
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like the other option where like where the significant other passes away.
Oh yeah,
that's the that's the unfortunate. Like that's not on you. Like like we know
condolences to anybody in that situation. Too,
exactly.
That's
like
a messed up situation.
We know a girl like that.
Yeah, she was on. Yeah.
Yeah, where she was on here, and it was just like that'll never be her fault unless she put the hit out on said person, which we both know she didn't. Right. But it's just one of those things where in that aspect, and it's literally the same exact thing when it comes to men, really. But it's a different caveat though, because for men, honestly, is when they are, like when they get divorced.
Yep.
Because
I don't think they understand you either. So did y'all not see what he just did there? I need y'all to, and hope y'all was paying attention to that. He just said a woman not having a person or just a baby situation is the equivalent to a man choosing the wrong woman as a wife. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And he's going to explain why those different analogies, same situations.
Mm-hmm. Because unfortunate scenario where the wife passes away.
That's one thing. Well, you wouldn't be divorced. Damn,
yeah,
would you?
No, because you're widowed. It's like it's the same difference though, because it's like you're technically separated from the individual, even though physically because of death it did you part. Right. Not because you had to split, it's because you were forced to split.
Right.
It's literally the same exact thing with being a single mother when the father ends up dying.
Right. Yeah.
Or passing away.
Yeah.
Shoot. We didn't hit the yellow sign now. YouTube done got us. My bad, y'all. My bad. Y'all ain't gonna see no more ads on here. My fault.
Right.
But anyways, when you choose the wrong individual and you have enough financial substance, to be more clearly with, and you get that mug stripped from you, and now you gotta do all the payments with that. That's terrible, honestly. That's honestly one of the worst positions to be in, truthfully, because that is no longer your money. Even though you worked blood and sweat, tears, all the people you knew, all the people that I don't even know. Like, I ain't even gonna say you had to manipulate people in order to get there. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. However you got there, you ain't got all of it now. Because either she took the house, which came from the job that you had, the car, the kids, all like any of that stuff. That all derived from you having said job or you having the ambition to get said job, right? Now, don't get me wrong though. For dudes having terrible baby moms where like they're just like horrible on his side, even though he's trying to be cool and cordial with her, that's also bad. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the exact same, because it's just, I don't know, it's something where it's like you try, but like legally to a certain extent, fathers can get kicked out of a child's life by tomorrow, honestly. So as much as a father can try to stay in the kid's life from from the baby mom side, it's not always like their fault. Like that's just the unfortunate part about it, because if the woman ends up getting full custody and then you also get a restraining order put on you, because not saying it's going to happen for everybody, but there's certain situations where They will put all of that on. They'll put all that on the dude, no matter if it's true or not. They'll just throw it out there just to like really get everything they can from the dude. You know, just stuff of that matter. Like,
right.
And not all the time it is the dude's fault that happens. Sometimes it honestly is. It's honestly just one of those things though where.
I will say this though, I ain't gonna lie to you, cause I think you're kind of giving the lady just a little bit of I think you're being nice right now, you know, and I'm gonna be a little bit of an asshole right now because I just gotta, you know, keep it 1,000. Ladies, besides, you know, the instances he said with the, you know, a person passing away, this and that, you are completely responsible for who you let come in your goddamn body, and if you decide to let a no shit, ain't shit. No money having ass, no car, no goddamn nothing. Like, if you decide to let a bum nut inside you and you decide to keep that is 100% your fault. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't, you know, make that. There's just no way of me making an excuse for that, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, not only did you let that man, not only did you know what the circumstances was, you let that man nut inside you. And then you kept it. Do you get what I'm saying? You had all the time. You had 3 months. Some states they don't even let you. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think it's around 3 months. You had all that damn time, and you could have changed your mind, and you didn't. You either thought a baby was going to keep him, you thought a baby was going to change him, or you thought whatever you was believing, whatever the hell he was telling you, and that's your goddamn fault. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie to you because should a dude just be honest and be telling you? Yes, he should. But at the end of the day, dudes don't have to follow through with what they say when it comes to that. Do you know what I'm saying? A dude can nut in you today and take his ass to Chicago or something tomorrow. You know, you can't separate yourself from a baby like that. The baby's literally inside you. So it's all about making proper choices. You know what I'm saying? Why let this, like, I get it, we live in 2024 now, but back then they were getting married, really vetting each other for a long time, really understanding each other, and then making babies. That's why religion and all this other shit exists, is to keep the family together. Do you get what I'm saying? A lot of y'all not really. It's crazy how everything goes full circle. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bible, the Quran, all that stuff. It's not to even get religious, but that's set up to keep the family together. You know what I'm saying? And then stay and have righteous morals and values, pretty much. You get what I'm saying? So when you exclude that type of stuff, you get what we have now. Women are the most free now. Most free since they've ever been. Least happy. I think it's like 72% of all women are on antidepressants. You know what I'm saying? Or taking medications. Like I said, women are unhappy with men right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear every damn hashtag, this and this, I hate men, and this and that. It's okay. It's completely okay to be a misandrist. A strong hate for men, you know what I'm saying? But if you're a goddamn oh my bad. Oh. But yeah, but that misogyny, if you're a misogynist, then they pretty much, you're canceled. Or if you say anything negative about a woman, you're canceled. So it's just like, yeah, it just, we're living in different times, man. And
hold that point. It's not even about being a misogynist at this point. Even if you potentially combat a woman's ideology in their feminist sphere,
yep,
or whatnot, that will get you the misogynist term immediatay.
Yep.
More than you actually not liking women for real,
right,
like that.
And it's just retarded because, like, coochie is the most powerful thing on the planet, but men hate women though. Like, that don't make no sense. Come on now, y'all. Like, yeah, we gotta, like, look, and y'all think like that because of feminism for the most part, right? Which that's the belief of men and women being equal. Like, y'all didn't make shit be equal. If anything, like, women are kind of like, they're beating most men in every single category now. You know what I'm saying? We're not. I don't even know what the damn term would be created for, what, menicism or something, like, or masculism, or I don't even know what the hell term you would call that. But there's no calling of that, like, any of that type of shit, because we're not, like, I don't know. It's like
MRA.
Yeah, it's just like we understand that men and women are different, man, and we have opposite roles for a reason. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that's when shit was the best. You know, when women understood, like, okay, boom, this, like, I don't know. It's like, why would you even want to be, like, why would you want to do what a man does anyway? I guess is my question. Like, ladies, that's a question I'm gonna put on goddamn social media. I'm gonna ask, why, like, would you rather? Damn, how do I phrase this question? Cause how would I phrase this question? Anybody watching, if we can phrase it too. I think, cause I'm just trying to figure out if
I'm gonna throw a question out there that kind of goes into what you're talking about, but it sounds like way different, but it's the exact same of what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, heavy with it.
Why are gender roles so toxic?
Why are gender roles so? Ooh, I like that. Why are gender roles so toxic? Mm-hmm. And what do we mean by that? That means, why does the role that's placed upon the man, right, being a leader, being dominant, being a earner, mm-hmm. Provider, protector, you know what I'm saying, being dominant, you know, just a stand-up man, having respect from his peers, you get what I'm saying, just things of that nature, you know, having moral standards and not tolerating bullshit, you know what I'm saying, and the woman, of course, being subservient to your man, submissive, not challenging him, not being combative, not being argumentative, being a support, you know what I'm saying, and trying to help build your man up and help, you know, support anything he has going on. Why is all that shit toxic, guys? You know, and that was a good ass question. I ain't gonna lie, I like how you know, that was hard.
And I will also say this too. When you say the word support, you know, in technical terms, when you do 50-50, that's like, you know, the women like supporting. So it would still fit in the general category.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't, like, because they're supporting in that aspect, you're gonna then support them, like, you know, with the household work mm-hmm. and stuff for that matter too, or like cooking and stuff for that matter. But like what I'm saying is like traditional, like, okay, here's the thing, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. Traditional values only work nowadays when you make enough for two families, right? 50-50 can work when two people make enough for themselves. They put it together and then they make enough for two families, basically.
Right.
If anybody out there didn't, you know, catch the drift or whatever, right?
And we got this new shit where they want the woman to be in charge and then they gotta submit, but, you know, that's a whole, yeah.
Well, I honestly think that's the worst case.
Yeah, that's the worst case.
because you will always see, and this is the reason why I'll say it's the worst case. I won't even bring up most of the stuff y'all think that I'm gonna bring up while saying that, right? Because, you know, a lot of them will say like, "Oh, real men do this or that or whatever."
They don't know what that is at all. Don't even got a dad. How you saying what a real man is, but don't even got a goddamn dad, ladies? Like, we gotta be honest about that. That's some bullshit. My bad, Cole. Didn't mean to cut you off, but I just have to, you know, because they do be saying that, you know. It's just, how are you asking what a real man is, and goddamn, you know, you don't even have one. On top of that, you don't have one, and then don't got a dad, but a real man would do this, and a real man would do that. Like, get that bullshit out of here. That's some bullshit. But yeah, go ahead.
So, my only angle at that is, right, I hear it with a lot of women, right? A lot of them, just about all of them at this point, right? Not all, but just about. They will only act a certain way when a man does something, right? Like the whole, I'll only be my true feminine self, right? Which then means that they're going to sit there and hide that feminine self because they have to then take on the masculine coat, right? So, that point, you're basically beating yourself up,
Yep.
At that point, because that's not the role that you were made for.
Right.
To be the head of the household. Now being the neck, the like the little side head, you know, when it be like the twins that come out with like, and they didn't like fully separate, like the
Siamese twins, yeah.
Yeah, Siamese twins. There you go. The Siamese, where it's like they got the two heads for real, and they both
share
like
one body, yeah.
Yeah, all of that, like that type. There's a difference between being Siamese, being the neck, and being the head of the family.
Right.
Siamese is you're 50-50. You're really sharing one body at that point. Everything should be as much getting, you know, like passed back and forth when it comes to.
I'll even say this though, even when it is 50-50, the man is still in charge.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying like
financially.
No. I'm just saying like if I was to put like the three different versions, like how I said.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So Siamese is like 50-50. You're sharing one body. Y'all both putting equal work in, or at least should be putting equal work in to make sure the body functions, right? Being the head means that you're the main thinker. You're the main, no, we're going to do this, no matter what the heart says or wherever the neck moves. The neck could be this way, dang it. But if the head is thinking, I'm going to walk this way, no matter how much my neck turns this way or the other way, I'm still going to go that way, you know?
Right.
So then being the neck, you're the support, making sure that the head sees where they're going. And that's why I said see left or right and not look forward at that point, because the neck being the support makes sure that the head sees where they're going.
Right.
You know? So yeah, that's basically the three parts of it. But like I was saying before, for true traditional values to work, the man has to literally make twice as much as normal person would, in a sense.
Depends where you live at, cause I think.
No, but I'm just saying twice the amount as the normal person.
Yeah, because you're with somebody. Yeah. You can't be broke, guys. Like, I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. You can't be broke and have a girlfriend. It's just not gonna happen. Or a wife, none of that shit. It's not gonna work.
Well,
the only reason I'm gonna say it's not, real quick, let me finish my point. The only reason I'm gonna say you can't is because
you're right.
Having a girlfriend costs. You get what I'm saying? All that shit that you eat, you gotta buy for two now. All that, them going out little dates and this and that, you gotta, it's 2 times everything. You know what I'm saying? And on top of the little stuff that you want to do for yourself, and you can't just do for yourself, because you got to do for her now too. You can't be out here having a girlfriend or just any lady attached to your name that you actually dealing with on a actual level. You know what I'm saying? You're not just having sex with her and into your, you know what I'm saying? Because I do understand guys have just sex only categories, but I'm saying
shout out Drake.
You know, just a woman that you're taking serious though. You feel me, guys? And y'all know what I'm talking about, man. That shit costs. You can't be out here broke. Having a girlfriend is just not gonna work, because women want to go on dates. They want to sit there and just do other shit as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, just talk and have sex. They want to have fun, man. So, and having fun unfortunately costs money. Like even the whole picnics and trying to do shit cheap, they gonna get tired of that, man. You know what I'm saying? It'll be special to them the first few times. You know what I'm saying? But you want to switch some shit up. They like the spicy. They want the different shit. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly think though it depends really where, because like if you go picnic in Fresno 10 times, there's really not that many parks that you can go to where you see a different scene every single time.
Yeah.
So
do matter,
yeah. So if you do, I'm just saying, you do a picnic in Fresno, you do a picnic in Clovis, you do a picnic in Sacramento, San Francisco, LA, and you can bounce around and do
sure.
picnics and stuff.
Sure.
But the money part, like how you're saying, is still going to come through with the gas.
Gas, snacks, unless you got stamps,
Yeah. But still, either way, stamps or not, it's going to come by
some money.
Gas, which you get gas by money. And I'm not talking about the pothead gas. I'm talking about the car gas. Okay. Okay.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, but I don't do that. Stay off the weed.
The weed. Sound like Stephen A.
Yep. Shout out Stephen A.
Shout out Stephen A.
But yeah. It's just one of those things where now, and the only reason why I was going to say something about when you said you can't be broke in said situation is because broke nowadays is different than what I think you were using as the definition of broke.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because if you like ever paid attention to what the women's be saying nowadays, it's either 6 figures or you're a bum. I hear that a lot. Like 50K to most women out there, like, and this is why I say it's comparison land, because they're comparing you to someone else with such and such money. Dang, little sweat pits, whatever. A little hot in here, whatever. What you call it? What was I about to say? They're comparing you to what they seen such and so do. They want to be like that artist, and where they went to, or they want to be like that actor and where they went to, and the list will just keep going on and on, no matter what I say at that point. All in all, right? That's why I wanted to say, what do you consider in that aspect as broke? But you broke it down though. So your broke is not even having a minimum wage level job.
Yeah.
Or above that, minimum wage or above, or whatnot.
Well, yeah, no, you can even be a fellas. Like, it really doesn't take, like, you can have no goddamn job and scruff up, goddamn, go sell plasma or something for $50. You know what I'm saying? I hope you ain't that damn bad. I ain't gonna lie to you, because if you're that damn bad where you need to do that, you got to figure some stuff out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Hey, we gonna have Money Mondays for you soon. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
But I was just speaking from even if you don't have a job and you can just scrape up $50, $60, $70, and you're like, you know what, this is all I can do. Nice picking a little date, or date to the movies. That don't cost too much. You know what I'm saying? Snacks to movies, or roller skate. It's ways to make it happen. You know, if you really like her. Now, yeah, honestly, if you really like her, you know, I was just gonna also say pretty much.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pretty much, because I was like, just back to the whole, roles thing. Because I'm like, yeah, that shit just amazes me too. It's just like, y'all expect men to be masculine 100% of the time. You expect them to be a leader, dominant, have his money right, be a protector, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like, just all that type of stuff, right? But y'all don't want to be women 100% of the time. Y'all want to be able to argue with your man, talk back to him. Y'all want to be able to, like, men don't want to be with themselves, like, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to be with ourselves. Why would we want to deal with somebody that's giving us the same energy that we're giving them? That doesn't make no sense. And a lot of y'all be like, a lot of women will say, well, he has to put me in my feminine, how you were saying earlier, and that's some bullshit. It's either you're feminine or you're not. You get what I'm saying? There's no in between. As a man, you can't just be masculine here and then masculine there. That doesn't make no sense. You're either masculine or you're not. You get what I'm saying? You're either a leader or you're not. You're either going to submit to your man or you're not. Because if you're with a man you can't submit to, then that's a question you got to ask. Why are you with him in the first place? And that's just all I got to say about that.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, like minimum wage level, you don't even have to have like a full job for that. Like, you can be on shout out Prize Picks. You can just basically know everything at that point, and that's minimum wage or more at that point.
Yeah, depending.
But you're not. Yeah, depending on how much you win, of course. But at that point, like I was saying, like minimum wage level or higher. There's a lot of other things that y'all be saying out there, or even dudes want to get to the point of being able to do, which a lot of y'all need to really like hold your horses. Honestly, y'all really do. Y'all mid-20s, right? Not even 20 yet. Some 18, 19, 16, 17, whatever the case may be, thinking that life is supposed to be like this because you see a one of a million case study of one dude or one female who blew up on social media or became a rap star, or they're the next such and such sports player or whatever, or like whatever whatever sport they end up playing. They're like the next best, I should say, basically. And you think because you see them do that, you're gonna end up being like the next best this or the next best that. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to not bet on yourself in most cases. Don't be delusional with it. To an extent, you can be delusional because most dreams or goals happen out of delusion. Sometimes you just gotta know when to call it quits.
I think
Go. Just go.
I was gonna say, I think cause you did say, you do gotta be delusional. You do gotta be delusional sometimes. I just think he meant like be realistic. Mm-hmm. Be realistically delusional. Don't sit there and say tomorrow I'm gonna be a billionaire, or next month I'm gonna be a billionaire, and then on top of that, or shit, fuck it. You can say in the next 10 years I'm gonna be a billionaire, but you're not doing shit. Don't even have a plan. Don't got nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like you don't have shit. Like you're not even trying. You know. But that's like you're delusional, and you're most likely you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? It's more so like, did you want to break it down more, or did you want me to?
No, you got it. Go ahead.
Okay. So to be great at something, to be one of a kind, you be trying to be that top 1%, and they don't even. Yeah, I hope y'all know what 1% of the. Cause I'm gonna break it down like this. Okay, so, it is 50% of the United States makes goddamn people in the United States, they make 32,000 to 50K a year, and that's the average. Only 17% of the entire world make 100,000. You get what I'm saying? Like people, I be seeing little social media posts and shit like that, and like, oh, it only costs this much to make 6 figures. That shit is a lot harder than you think it is. A lot harder. Especially depending on where you live at, because you get what I'm saying? Sometimes making 100K ain't enough. You get what I'm saying? So, like social media have you guys believing some crazy shit. So, then 250, 300,000, you're in the top 1% now. Ladies, you cannot, like, you can't be thinking that, you're just gonna live the way you want to live, or you're not gonna do what it takes to keep a man that's in the top 1%. So even 17%, that's and that's men and women. Like they be thinking 100,000 is so easy to make. Like people are that shit is like life changing money.
No, definitely. And like you said though, depending on where you live, life changing money in, I don't know, Texas, because they're pretty cheap, is way different than life-changing money in New York or
New York,
LA. or LA or San Francisco, or like any of those places. Like
we have a sister that's a goddamn tech lawyer. She makes about 115,000 a year. She she tells me all the time, like it's not. Then you gotta owe taxes too, so it's not what that shit don't be cracked up to what you think it is. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. And I even put it like this, right? Let's just say, in elementary school, let's just say you race up against 100 people. You are the fastest person out of those 100 people, right? Now you go to the next elementary school. You being the fastest out of those 100, now you got to go up against another 100. Now you're diluting, which then means that your number one is going to mean more out of 200 than it is out of 100.
Yep.
But then you got to think, that's only 2 schools.
Yep.
Then you bring 3 schools, 4, 5, until you get to how many people are in the world that are over 18? It's like easily like 5 or 6 billion out of the 8, right? Or is it 4 billion? 4 billion.
Damn, that's over 18, over 19?
Yeah. I say over 18 because that's, well, no. Dang.
It is tricky.
No, because I was gonna say in the sense of like whenever you can get like the work permit, which is really different depending
16,
on
I think 15, 16.
But like, you know, sometimes it could even be lower because like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
if the age of consent thing or
Yeah,
whatever.
'cause some states is 16.
Yeah. So it may be 14 in those states.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Y'all can tell me at this point.
Yeah,
but
you gotta. It might be 13, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, because I'm thinking it's actually 13.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, you right. It is.
Yeah. Because like once you hit high school, you could technically work Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm gonna just say universally it is 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which in some states, I mean in some countries, I'm not gonna say this sounds crazy, but that was what the age of consent was. Anyways, from 13 all the way to whenever someone hits retirement, which it could be 65, it could be 75, 85, 95. It don't really matter at that point.
It's the 70s now.
Well,
which is crazy.
No, but I'm just saying, it's like when it comes to sports, just because most people retire at 35 or 40 doesn't mean you have to. Right. It's all up to you and how much you think you can work.
You want to work the whole your life, that's on you.
Yeah, exactly. You want to keep working, keep on going until you literally can't no more. Like it's on you for real, right? But basically, what I'm saying is from 13 all the way up until whoever retires, that is a lot of people. And for you to basically be one of the top 10 of however many billion that is a substantial amount of zeros before you hit a 1%.
Right.
You know?
It is.
And that's basically what I meant by saying like you're one of 100 there. Yeah. So you're already a 1%er out of that little subsection of 100 people. Right. And then you just keep on and then them zeros just keep on.
It's like being it's like being a great white shark and you're in a goddamn pool. You get what I'm saying? You're a great white shark but you're in a pool and then crack happens or something, and now it's 3, 4, 5. You're in 3, 4, 5 different pools now. Now you kind of like, damn, I'm a great white shark, but that's another great white shark right there. There's one right there. Now I'm not as well. You're still rare. Don't get me wrong, because now it might be 4 out of goddamn 1,000, 10,000. You're still rare, but you're around other great white sharks type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just real different, man. And I just find it interesting though, because it's like, you know.
But it's just one of those things where, like I was saying, the comparison thing, and then like how you were saying, how anybody at any point, like you can literally, and I mean literally when I say this, you can literally be sitting when it comes to, not a bus, but you can be sitting by when, like, let's say you're driving to work. In the sense of you're sitting right next to somebody in the next car, and they can be half a millionaires basically per year. Not that's how much they have saved up in their banking account. That's a per year. It's a difference between those two actually, because you can be making $40,000 a year, but in 5 years, if you somehow, some way, haven't spent not a cent of that, that is crazy because taxes is insane. For one, depending on where you're at, right? In 5 years, you have $200,000 in your bank. If there has been no taxes, none of that has been used, right? So in that aspect, I have $200,000 in the bank. But the real question is, how much do you make a year? Because you can save up such and such over time, right?
But
that doesn't, because you saved up $1 million, that doesn't mean you make $1 million a year. It's just one of those things, where it's like it's a difference.
And I ain't gonna lie, it take you a long amount of time for you to stack up to $1 million from just making $40K a year.
That's a lifetime.
That's a lifetime. And that was just what I was gonna say. They was like, the average American makes damn near $1 million their whole lifetime. So ladies, for you to think that you're gonna find a millionaire out there and he's just gonna take you serious, and then on top of that, like, it's a bunch of factors you have to look at, right? It's, first of all, okay, you're sitting there, like, let's not even say $1 million, let's just say 100,000. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking for a man that makes 100,000, right? And you, on top of that, we gotta take in, like I said, there's other factors, right? Is he actually attractive to you? Does he actually talk to you correctly? Is he gonna take you serious? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you don't want him to talk to you. Most women, at least I know, don't want him to be talking to you like how
That
like, oh
dude was on
boy,
the video.
yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So is that, then on
That
top
was
of that,
crazy.
it's like you want him to, that man is a 1% man. So it's like you want him to be doing that, right? And then you think that you're not going to have to bring nothing to the table with that man. I'm not saying financially, because he's not going to give a fuck about any of that, right? If a man has money, he don't care if you have money or not, you know? So
It's always the other way around.
yeah, it's always the other way around. So it's just like, and what we at right now?
Hour 30.
And it's 11:44. Sheesh. Okay, yeah, we about to get out of here in a little bit, but yeah, my whole thing was, yeah, ladies, y'all be asking for these types like high value men, right? And high value does have to do something with money. That's a weird noise.
Shout out to the popo, I guess. That was insane.
Yeah, I promise we don't live in the hood. Okay, yeah. So I promise the podcast is not in the hood. So yeah, so boom. Ladies, y'all, my point is this, right? I'm gonna try to sum it up. So basically, y'all want a top 1% guy, high value man, and money does make you high value, right? It definitely matters what you make, but what how you just said a shark in different pools.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this high value man over here, he might make 80K in his city, and this is that. That might be his cap. He might be him in his city, but the gray white the man over here, he makes goddamn 250,000, and that makes him high value because where he's at. You know what I'm saying? So it's different type of thresholds of shit. You know what I'm saying? But high value for the most part is high value though. You know. So you think you're gonna get a high value man, right? And he's gonna be attractive to you. He's gonna be dominant. He's a leader, provider, protector. And you believe that you can just come as you are and not have to do nothing to keep him or none of that other shit. It's like you're asking for this type of man. That type of man is gonna want shit out of you in return. A lot of times he's not gonna want a whore. He's not gonna want somebody that's argumentative. He's not gonna want somebody that's combative, and he's not gonna want somebody that doesn't know how to goddamn listen. So, and also just he's not tolerating bullshit. So it's just like little shit like that women ask for, and then be like, damn, do I really want that?
And I will say this too as my little final tidbit. I do think a lot of y'all forget about the main things, because don't get me wrong, money rules the world to a certain point, like we was talking about with the Kanye thing, right? It rules the world until the world is able to live sustainably off of money, right? So the thing that I feel like we all forget is characteristics, morals, personality traits, which is also in characteristics, but I'm just naming a couple of things. Yeah, respect, right? Stuff like that, where we forget all of that in the face of money, basically. And I'm not gonna lie, that don't make you a good partner, honestly. If you can't take the honest way out in order to get what you have now, if you have to really do like super duper dirty work or whatever, I don't think you in that aspect, like being like an OF creator, you selling your morals for money, right? Just mainly in that aspect. If you do something that literally sells your morals for money, I don't think that makes you a good partner. Nope. Because at that point, if someone comes around with more money, they will then leave you high and dry, try to take as much money out of you, and then go to the next person to leech off of.
That's real shit. That's for real.
And that's pretty much, and honestly, right? And I segue that to pretty much say this, right? To any and all OF creators out there. I know all 0.01% of you are watching right now. Just need you to listen up closely, right? It's one thing that your pictures are all over the internet, right? maybe you were just in a relationship with somebody, sent news, they're doing the revenge corn thing, right? Or they try to like post your stuff all out everywhere or whatever. That's one thing. Pretty bad still, right?
Yeah, no, that's bad. Yeah.
But it's worse when you yourself is like, I'm going to put that up for such and such price. Because like I was saying, that is selling your morals for money.
Right.
And that's just, you're literally falling into the root of evil, for real, in my eyes, honestly.
For sure.
Because what else will you be willing to give up or sell, or whatever the case may be, for the money that you were looking for so bad, pretty much. And I think that, to me at least, for everybody else, it's the your pictures are online and it's only that. I look at it just that one step deeper for that, plus what everybody else is talking about, of course, right? It's like, for me, it's a twofold thing, right? Mm-hmm. It's the lack of morals, and then it's all your stuff is out there, which, don't get me wrong, a lot of people do say, where's your morals out, yada, yada. Right. But at the same time, I'm just going to put it out, like, outright. It's mainly, for me, it's the lack of morals than your pictures being out there.
Right.
Because, like I said, revenge porn, someone hacks your phone or whatever, they find your videos or your pictures or whatever. That's different than you being like, check out my OF, guys.
Yeah, I think it's more majority of the time it's the second option. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first option does happen because, dudes be mad, but I do definitely think it's the second option. A woman willingly just going to do that, just for the hell of it, because they, rather chase money than, chase a man, because a man is never really on a woman's top priorities of things anyway. Like, men want women so bad, some dudes will kill behind it. Mm-hmm. Some dudes lie behind it all the time. Like, dudes do whatever possible it is to obtain women. Mm-hmm. But women do not give not one shit about trying to get or keep a man. Mm-hmm. Ain't that kind of interesting? That shit is crazy. Which I would love to know the answer why that is. And y'all can sit there and say, oh, it's a shit pull of men. I agree with that. Like, men ain't shit nowadays. But, and I'm talking about this, yeah.
I will say, that question that you just asked, you answered it yourself. I don't know if you remember, because you just said it like 30 minutes ago, actually, around 30 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They confuse their options.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's the main point of it. Yeah. And that's why, if you want to wrap this all around in a circle as we tie up this episode, right? You wait too late to find yours.
Yep.
Because you see somebody who, like I was saying, shoot, maybe they don't even do 9 of 10. Maybe they do like 7 of 10. Mm-hmm. They're working on the other 3, but you harp on the other 3 so much, then you start comparing, oh, this guy, I see he definitely does those 3 out of 10.
Right.
And now, shoot, he only does 6 of 10.
Right.
And then it's a whole thing, and they keep doing the juggle when those 3 of 10, some of y'all will come out later and say, those 3 of 10 wasn't really that much for me to want to actually leave. Maybe
later,
yeah. When
it's over with.
Yeah.
And there's no coming back from it.
Yeah, years and years later.
Yeah, ladies, like, this is for all the older women right here. Like, because we know, okay, basically it's like this, right? So for all the older ladies, right? I know this, and y'all know this. Y'all had a good guy. I'm talking about probably with it, like, you'll be married to that man right now with probably a bunch of beautiful ass kids. You get what I'm saying? But you left him, and now you're old as hell with hella kids by yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Dating is a little different when you older, because a new female turns 21 every goddamn day. So the value you once had, you're just not as valuable no more from a sexual marketplace type of, in a dating marketplace type of sense. You know what I'm saying? So, like, do you regret doing that is my question to you. You know what I'm saying? But I did want to actually, because I did want to get into the whole. It's okay. We can just end the episode, like, pretty much. I'm like, yeah, we gotta be talking all night.
No, you good. Just say what your preview is for next episode though. Like what it is, so then we can have. Oh wait, again, I keep flipping the thing off. Just like kind of like just state the question or like the main sentence of it. So
Okay, so next episode, if I can remember, of course,
we have. But the reason why I say it is because we have this as a. If you're ever thinking like, dang, what was I thinking?
Come
you
back,
just
back here.
you just look at the last like couple minutes of the episode. But go ahead.
Yes, sir. Because I had something to do with it was before. Okay, what were you talking about right before? The whole the OnlyFans thing, right? It's just like, okay, I can just say it this episode, whatever. It's real quick, honestly. So, ladies, I just want you to understand. Like I said, I don't judge no OnlyFans woman or no whore, no lady of the night. I don't judge any of that, but you just gotta understand what comes with that type of shit. Most guys are not gonna take you serious, and it's not because we have. Well, we're holding something against you for sure. I'm not gonna lie to you about that, but it's more so like it just. Y'all can't be expecting a man to want to take you serious after, like the co-host said, you abandon your morals, and this man still has his. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be expecting, like, that doesn't even make no sense. I even seen earlier today on Facebook, it was like, how do you sell coochie or this and that or post your coochie everywhere, but you want a man to be faithful to just you? Like, where does that make sense at? And that don't make sense, You gotta be realistic, ladies, like, when you sell your soul to the devil, you're not getting into heaven, pretty much. You get what I'm saying? And that's just kind of what that is. We got to stop lying. Look, fellas, I get it. It's a drought. It be a drought sometimes, but you got to stop lying to these women because they, it just hurts them. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just hurts them in the end. So, yeah.
Yeah. Stay strong, brother.
Stay strong, brother.
But, yeah, so that being said, today is a pretty cool episode,
Talk about some things.
Yep, got to talk about a lot of things. Shoot. Man, we probably could have just named the thing instead of... Nah,
I could change the title.
No. Bronny cool. I was thinking we could have just put, like, fatherhood in there, but of course we started talking about that afterwards. How are we going to know that we're going to do that?
Right.
But anyways, it was cool. It was great. Shout out to the heck is that? Just sent? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that JJ sent?
Yeah.
Oh, word up. All right. Shout out JJ sent, and then shout out Diamond Simon for the comments for real. And yeah, y'all seen how everything else went. I ain't gonna end it yet. I'm gonna let you say what you gonna say. And shout out to everybody who was mentioned in the video. Right. And that's pretty much it. I'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, this was a good episode, man. Like I said, piggyback off what Cole said. Yeah, man, we appreciate the comments, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep running us up, keep liking, keep commenting, keep subscribing, you feel what I'm saying? We almost there, man. And we like this journey, just getting to where we are now. It's been difficult, but it's been amazing at the same time. We really trying to be great, man. And we showing y'all that we willing to do what it takes to be great. We ain't gonna sell our soul, never do that. We gonna remain us, but we gonna keep getting y'all great content, man, and we gonna keep just staying consistent because that's all it should take, consistency and good content. And we appreciate everybody that's been watching this, man. Like we're gonna start getting female guests back on here. Start as soon as the colleges and everything start back. We're gonna start doing IRLs, which being on campuses, because we were kind of BSing a little bit with that. We should have been tackling that. We're gonna start doing right by y'all. Like I said, y'all stay tuned for the live stream overnight. We're gonna be turning up, man, with some guests on there. We want y'all to come mess with it. Trying to do that maybe kind of towards the end of the month a little bit, kind of. Then we got the 90s versus 2000 party. Throwback party, which we're gonna try to do that somewhere in before the kids before the kids start school, So yeah, man, we love y'all. We love everybody who love us. Stay tuned for co-host video game channel also. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be playing man, Defiant. Is it Defiant? What is it?
X Defiant.
X Defiant. Yeah, that's pretty kind of closest thing to Black Ops 2. Oh, Black Ops 6 is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You got NCAA 25 coming out in like 5 days. So y'all just stay tuned, man. You know we love y'all. We appreciate y'all, man. And
Yep.